After many government changes, all kinds of backdoors, the voting season is here. Again. Out of nowhere. Hey, welcome back to the Just like the voting season, we sprung that intro on you guys. How are you guys feeling?
After the
exactly.
Intro,
Sorry. Yes,
after the intro, I'm feeling great now.
Feeling great.
Good start.
Oh, we have an interesting lineup today. Can we just get a mic check from the guy at the back?
Yo, shout out.
I think
I've been replaced.
this guy entered the wrong podcast today.
Is the video camera recording? Yes.
Okay. Oh
Watch
my-
Balls Deep every Monday.
Oh my gosh.
We also on Monday.
What?
This is also Monday. This is also Monday. Everyone, what's up, Menu? Graham, Jim Mimre.
Wow.
How's everyone?
I like today is internal. Today is just a hangout with friends, people that we know.
Very important.
Nobody's gonna comment and say that, you know.
Oh wait, don't lah. We move past that.
This guy.
One man.
Move past that. All right.
Jeremy segue. All right.
Next one. How you guys doing? How's the week been? How's everyone been? It's Monday.
It's Monday.
New week, new problems.
Wow.
And new chances.
Ever so.
And happy Halloween.
Hey, happy Halloween, man.
It's
All
Halloween
the
day
worshippers of the dark.
Yeah. The day that they hunt witches, or is it witch hunt? Is it? What?
No, this one is to celebrate the witches.
Oh, that's right. Why do
Graham, are you familiar with Halloween?
What?
Yes.
Why are you familiar about?
Disney, the one is the dad, but it's not the dad. Then he sing the song, the guitar.
Right.
Remember me. Is it,
Sorry, this is
Coco.
Yeah, but it's a different.
Don't know what
Jeremy,
version.
how are you celebrating Halloween?
I'm actually not here in the country.
You see,
But I'll be back. Actually, I'm coming back to
only his
on
body is here now.
31st.
His spirit is gone.
I'm just a spirit.
Yeah,
But I'll be back on. I'll be driving back actually.
nice.
I see.
Maybe while you're listening at this
Jeremy,
point,
drive safe.
I might be driving.
Jeremy, drive safe.
Yeah. And might be a spirit also. Okay, better not say
hey.
that. All right.
That is interesting. That's why.
Jeremy
That's,
segue.
all
right.
Your show should just be called All Right. Halloween is actually a celebration right before the All Saints Day.
Yeah,
Festival of the souls who have died and believed to return to their homes. But again, it's just
it's just one day lah.
it's
Chinese Ghost Festival 1 month.
Yes.
It's
That's
also
true.
just a reason for people to dress up.
Oh yeah, less clothes. Usually.
Pretty much that. But you know what else we need to dress up for?
If what?
Work. We really need to dress up properly for work.
But I was gonna ask you if you guys work. You guys don't seem like the type to
Dress up.
do fancy dress parties.
Right.
The Graham does slightly.
Right.
But if you were going to dress up for Halloween, what
Right.
would you dress up as? Yeah.
Sausage.
Wait, what?
Just a
Oi.
sausage.
Just a sausage.
Either a pretzel or a sausage.
What's the story?
No story. Auntie Anne's.
Auntie Anne's sausage. Auntie Anne.
Yeah. Auntie
Got
Anne's
sausage
or
pretzel.
pretzel dog.
Yes.
One of the best out there.
No, wait. What's the?
I just
Jeremy-
Auntie Anne's. I just ate Auntie Anne's. That's what I'm
Jeremy,
thinking about it.
Actually, right after you see Joseph's video, like IG story video where he dressed up as an old man.
Yeah.
I want to be in like
You wanna be
with the
an old
prosthetic. Like I want to play prosthetic. Yeah.
Like, you want to commit to your dressing up.
Yeah, I want to commit. Like, because if you're gonna go to
True.
like a Halloween party, you might as well go. It's only one night you can do that.
True.
Not every day, everyone asks you to wear a random ass outfit like a sausage.
True. Okay.
It's true. Graham?
Usually for Halloween, you need to be scary, right? So I'll dress up as Brian.
All right, and we're gonna have a.
No, you need to let it sink in. You cannot dodge the ox. The thing about a great show is that you got to dodge don't dodge the ox. I can see the
Leanne, what will you dress up
the
as?
coping mechanism.
Lian.
Leanne, what you dress up as?
Leanne, what do you
Faster.
Graham. I'll dress like Graham.
What
But
does that
you're
even look
already
like?
dressing up
What?
as Graham.
It looks cool, man.
You
No,
already
how
pretty
would
much
you dress
dressed
up
up
as
like him.
You just wear Uniqlo every day.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
We would like a
Vel,
sponsorship.
how about you?
Uh-huh.
A plant. Val would dress up as a plant.
Like, can you just name what plant?
Apple.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know what an apple tree looks like.
Why? Why apple tree? Why apple tree? Why not? That's the answer. Well, we're off to a great start. This is just in theme with how Malaysia is. doing
A
things
mess.
with no reason and knowing understand what we're doing anyway.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, guys! If y'all haven't already guessed, this episode is about voting.
It's impossible to guess unless they're looking at the title.
Yeah, I mean, you should be looking at the title.
It's a bit of a train wreck.
Clicking into it. The voting season is upon us.
Yes.
We are not condoning any party in this.
I am.
episode.
I'll just tell
Sure.
you guys who I'm voting later.
Okay,
You
sure.
can't-
That is,
apparently, I think it's illegal
Just,
to-
just
We can't? I'm pretty sure it's not illegal.
Or is it? I don't know. There's a law in maybe not this country, but you cannot say who you vote for.
I'm pretty sure it's not our country because
It's not illegal. Yeah.
our country doesn't even know its own laws.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
I know because it seems like whenever they want to have voting season, they just
No, it's once every 4 years, man.
right in the middle of a bungee. Like smack in the middle of a bungee, they just try and do it. Bungee season, But it's not about the bungee today. It's about going for this whole voting season experience thing. Let's talk about it, okay? Has everyone here voted before?
No, a big majority has not.
No, I've not.
I love it because you prepared the outline.
Yeah, I prepared the outline. So I want to know. So think of it as
Right.
a way
You
for
wanna
me
know.
to answer.
Great,
get
great.
the answers I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah. So Lian, have you voted? Graham, have you voted before?
Nope.
I like when she one time she
Yeah,
had
there's a squeaky. Shake your head.
that. Yep. The table. So you haven't voted before. Graham
Nope.
also haven't voted before.
Yeah.
Val?
Yes.
Val has voted
So
before.
it's the 3-on-3 today.
Jeremy has, with a lot of younger youths having their first time voting next month. How was your experience for those who have voted?
So I think today we want to have a conversation
Yeah.
to prepare people for voting because it
Right.
seems like quite a daunting experience.
Right.
Like Jeremy, like you we were just talking about this now. You're like, I
Yep.
don't know what to expect, but I'm excited.
I'm excited, but there's so much things that's going on.
Yeah.
And when you think of it, they announced it like how
Last week.
like last week, and already next month you're gonna have to vote, and you already see people like those people who are not like staying in their
Yeah.
homes. They have to rush to get tickets.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can
Yeah.
can clearly see, right? Do they care about the votes? Do they really care about the voters? Questions. But yeah, continue lah. It's a very, very big rush.
It just is a very quick momentum from like not
Out of
having
nowhere.
living life, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you have a vote election season, and also because I think we as the rakyat weren't like prepared for this.
Not
time.
at all.
Like we kind of knew it was gonna happen, but not like next month.
No,
It's very
I mean,
interesting hearing
Yeah.
this because to me it's completely normal. Maybe because I studied law. Because I'm like, you dissolve parliament at any point of time after
need to vote
your
for a new
tenure,
one.
right? You were
Where was
supposed
it,
to
ah?
dissolve, and in 100 days you have to vote already. So to me, it's not like, oh my god, like help. It's just like, yeah, it's
The-
inconvenient, but it's what it
the
is.
dissolving the parliament was the unexpected one. Like, why would you do this out of nowhere just to do this, just to pull this, right? Because now you can see, wow, suddenly there's no campaigning at all, by the way. So
Yeah, you
last
can't
time,
campaign yet.
Yeah, last time, we would see all the flags go up
yeah,
and
yeah.
all the things, right? Now it's not that. Now it's, you know what? Hey guys, we're giving this subsidy. Hey guys, we're going to give you all this. That's what.
So that's their form of campaigning now.
that's the campaigning.
Sorry?
Fixed
road.
Fixed road.
Fixed road suddenly, right? Yeah,
Subsidy,
yeah.
forgive
It's
your
usually
loan.
it's only when like things need to happen, right? They will come out and do work, man.
Yeah,
But
so
also because it's like a lot of younger people are voting for the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
so they want to give good impression, right?
Yes.
Horrible. How can you do that? Again, this is not my opinion
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Do you need tips? Any tips you wish you knew in your first voting experience and what like share? I think
Wow, so good.
pretty simple lah.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
let's walk me through
Yeah, sure.
like your first voting experience.
I will always remember the first time I voted because that was the year that the shift happened in Malaysia.
Yep.
That we saw like,
Yep.
wow, actually
we can make a change.
can make a change and make a
Yep.
difference.
And then,
Right?
Yep.
We'll talk about whether it matters later on
Yeah,
because I know a lot of people are quite I don't think the word jaded. Maybe a lot of people are not very convinced.
Disappointed
that
lah,
They don't
disappointed
feel
lah.
like it matters, but it really does.
Yeah.
But the first time we voted was I remember it was the big year that
It was
suddenly
the
the saga was like
It was the pain on your
Insane.
finger year. It was the Ini Kalila year.
yeah,
Do you remember that? There's a whole hashtag and stuff online. Everyone was going out to vote.
yeah.
Wow, I remember the line into the high school was insane.
What time did you go?
Early morning.
Did we
I
go to the
think.
same place?
I went to BU1 to vote.
Yeah, it's my school.
Yeah. So we went to the
Were we
Mingis
together?
High
I
School.
feel like
No,
we didn't go together though.
we didn't.
Why?
I was probably on my own for some reason.
Oh, you went after lunch. You went with Darren.
I cannot remember who I went with at this point. but I know by that time the line was not as long because I passed it by in the morning and it was just
Why didn't you come with
rancid.
us?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's interesting.
I-
I went
I-
in the
I
morning.
can't.
My tip to everybody is don't go in the morning.
That's why I didn't go to. That's probably
I'm
why.
straight up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like I went with my mom because my mom wanted to go morning. I think that's the only reason why I woke up early to go.
Yep.
So the like when you collect passport when you go make your IC right, it's go early is better, right?
Mm.
I just want to tell you, it's better if you want to be in the thick
No,
of it, lah.
but what if we tell people go in the morning and don't go in the afternoon? Then everyone goes in the afternoon.
No, it still be okay because you know why? Uncle auntie still
All
show
good
in
morning one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The podcast demographic is not that.
I don't know why. Like, what is it about? I mean, because they start the day earlier.
Want to be earlier lah.
Want to be
I
earlier.
mean, it's also everyone vote and line up together. Finally, we're lining up for the same thing.
There was a lot of energy that morning. I remember people were giving us sandwiches.
eager.
They were,
really?
let's go. It was. I saw aunties having their freaking thermos of soup or coffee. I'm going to say soup because it looks real thick.
Why would
that
you
one.
be sleeping?
And it was a vibe. I mean, that's what the kids are calling it. It's a vibe.
I think what was interesting was everyone was looking out because everyone was on high alert, right, for double voters or at that time, right? The foreign fake workers.
Oh, I feel so
voters.
bad. We need to talk about this one.
If I'm not wrong, this was the year
Yes.
that everyone was mobilized online.
Truckloads and bus loads.
Yeah, to really watch out for the fake ink.
Yeah.
Because at I think during this season, there was a very big speculation. Actually, there was a lot of it happening, not speculation. But I'm put alleged speculation, allegedly, a lot of fake voters. So there was a lot of foreign people that were registering under a fake IC to go and vote. And there were people who were voting and coming back to vote again. So there was an implementation of this ink that you put on your finger to show that you already voted for the day. And I remember everyone was so semangat, right? Especially those who were taking care of the polling stations. Wow, they check people, they make sure your ink. It really felt like a great movement because I think it just led up to this whole thing that everyone was taking care of the polling stations. At night is when the shit went down.
Ming Lee was actually one of the
the
people
volunteers,
to help
right?
juggle the voting
Shout
stations.
out.
Yeah.
It was mad. Like,
crazy.
it wasn't just the voting. It was like, at night, people were like, wait, why is this fire engine going here out of nowhere? What's inside the fire engine? There's no fire here. So why is it coming here?
Yeah.
Everyone was blocking places with their bodies.
It was
and
crazy.
everything.
It was amazing because prior to that, there was the blackout, right?
Yeah.
This was the previous election.
Yep.
That
Man.
when the opposition was in the lead in terms of just the number of seats that they had won, suddenly in one or two areas, the electric went out.
Yep.
And people saw boxes being covered and swapped out. And when they recounted the votes, the government
won.
at that time won again.
Yep.
So people were like, what the F? No more.
So you see,
yeah.
that's what we first knew in our first voting experience, right?
I think that was, to
What can we
me,
share?
being a Malaysian, right? That was the most patriotic I've ever felt in my life. Because it was so... Like, because we don't give a shit usually, right? But that day, that year, everyone was on the lookout. And I think this is something that we need to do again. You guys need to be on the lookout. Because what happened at that time was, I'm just going to call it out, certain parties brought foreign workers, who obviously are not Malaysian, gave them Malaysian ICs so that they could vote for them. Yeah. And so that was the ruckus that happened. And so there was actually, if you want the clock back and go on Facebook and YouTube, a lot of residents of Malaysian residents would grab some of these like Nepalese, Bangladeshi workers and ask them, where are you from?
Yeah.
And they would cry because like they also don't know what's going on. They were just told to get on a truck, to get on a van, go there, show your IC and just vote for that party in particular. And it was crazy. So like that was why I think people were, I don't want to say people were expecting conflict, but people were on high alert throughout the day.
But you can see that there was no conflict. There was a lot of protection.
Yeah.
They were just making sure everything went well. So tips, choose your time of voting properly.
Choose your time of voting.
Night time is where the action goes down.
I'm
so
going to say, right, this time I want to go later because I want to make sure that later in the evening that
if you
that there's no funky business going
if
on.
you want to see what the action is, usually it's at night lah.
Yeah, usually it's at night.
But there is a time of voting.
Yes,
that's
there
what,
is.
that,
The
that's what
cutoff
they
is
mean.
at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so like they said, don't go too late.
Yeah,
Also.
yeah, don't do that.
Like
Please,
don't go
please,
at like 5:55. Anything that
so that's where the
I'll
hanky
give my
panky.
vote,
That's where the hanky panky comes in.
Yeah.
Where people actually last time, right, the helpers all right stayed behind to like
Yeah.
watch and take care.
Teachers and
Yeah.
like everyone in the community stayed around the area to make sure like nothing crazy happened.
We learn, man. All of us learn real
but
quick.
let's talk about what to do.
The real tips lah.
right?
Sorry,
Let's talk about what to do.
That's just been experience the whole time.
This is the walkthrough.
okay.
Right?
Number one, just choose your time lah. Morning,
no.
afternoon, night.
Yes,
Up to you
okay.
lah.
So you choose
Hey.
your time. So Jeremy, what time do you want to go?
Maybe after lunch.
That's a great
After
time.
lunch.
It's perfect.
Or maybe
Before you go-
lunchtime. No.
Before you go,
Lunch
go
is good.
use the toilet.
Okay,
All right?
toilet time.
Because you don't know how long the line is.
Correct.
The minute you leave the
Communication.
line, no one's going to like juggle your place for you.
I
lah,
would
you
say shit first.
But actually,
Okay.
now I'm thinking about it, I don't think I'll be going alone. I think I'll be going with my parents.
know. Oh, then it's
Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
and
Then
it'll be
even
9
better.
a.m. already. So
Ah.
9
Then
a.m.
tell
already.
people go early lah.
Depending on how they feel.
Okay,
that
okay.
day. Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Take
Park
toilet
your
time.
car. Park your car.
We're walking there.
You're walking there. Even better.
Oh, Grab.
No, we are walking there. Like
Okay.
you can walk, but it's,
Okay, for everyone
Okay,
else,
okay.
park your car.
Park your car.
Decide how you're getting there.
Right. Or you can Grab.
Parking
Yeah,
might be difficult, so
Last time
maybe
got no
grab.
You know, last time got no
Maybe
Grab.
grab, maybe walk over, maybe just plan out your times a bit. But once you get to your voting place, there will be signs.
Yes.
Very easy. And the signs don't discriminate. There is no, if you're cute, you come to this lane.
Yes.
There's only two lanes. The general lane and the senior citizens and disabled lane. That's it.
Okay.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, there's nothing much.
we're all
We
physically
are
able.
all
General.
we're
General.
general. Most of us here in this room are general.
Unless someone is not sharing something of their private life.
Okay,
that
never
we
mind.
need to know.
Well,
Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
And
So
then once
you
you're in
get
the line,
Yeah.
you do what you have to do in the line.
Wait.
Line up.
Just wait. Yeah.
Oh, Caleb will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Can
Okay,
you
no, hype.
can you use your phones? In
Yes,
the,
you can.
You can.
You
There-
cannot take pictures
inside the polling.
classrooms, in the rooms where you're
Yeah.
meant to vote.
Oh, but there's a different set of instructions
Yes.
the minute you get into the room.
Ah,
okay.
Alright? So line up, be nice. If you're going to somewhere that you know it's going to be hot, bring umbrella lah.
Yeah.
Some aunties bring their pasa chair.
Oh, I love it. You see the camping chairs come up.
You know, the one that you
I'm
fold
gonna bring a camping chair for fun.
Yeah.
and then you put it aside. Bring water lah. I mean, is I don't know how long you're going to line up, but it will be safe to bring some water.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you'll be on your phone the whole time. Last
Wear a
time,
mask. Wear a mask.
Yeah, wear a mask if you feel like it. And just follow instructions. It's pretty straightforward. Then, so it's just lining up, right? Why we like making such a big deal of lining up? It's lining up.
It's
You get
lining
into
up.
it and then you follow instructions because you need to have your IC with you.
Okay.
Number one.
Bring your IC.
Oh my god! You don't bring your IC, you cannot vote.
Bring your IC.
Literally, you cannot bring a
card.
photocopy. You need to bring your
IC.
real IC.
Yes.
Card.
Don't bring photocopy.
I don't think you need to bring a photocopy.
No,
You
I
can't.
said don't
No,
bring
no,
a
yeah, yeah.
photocopy. Bring
No,
the
I'm-
real IC.
I'm thinking, do you need to
You don't
submit
need. You don't
anything?
need. You just need to show and validate that
Yeah,
it's you.
please, it's not your driving license. Just bring your IC.
Just bring
Okay?
your IC.
I think when you get in, there will be further instructions.
Yes.
Again, guys, if you're missing anything, there's actually a website to go and check out. We'll put it in the description somewhere. But this is where it's interesting. On the year, we were on so high alert. There's something you need to always check. Okay, the minute you guys go into the voting booth, check your voting slip. It must not have any
Markings or yeah.
spill ink, misprint. Stop immediately. Raise up
Yes.
your hand. I don't want this
There
paper.
cannot even be a pen, like, you know how you test pens, right? There cannot be anything on that paper except
The
your
printing.
vote. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If there's any other external thing, right? If it's like a bit like someone's fingerprint dirty or like is a smudge or even the paper is torn or crumpled,
Don't use it. Don't use
ask
it.
for a new one straight away.
And
Okay.
they are supposed to give you a new
They are
one.
supposed, they have to.
Don't take their sorry tak ada lagi.
No, you say F you.
No, that's not.
This is
that's-
my right
Yeah.
as a Malaysian citizen to
make a
vote.
deal. That's where you go.
Then
let go.
then you viral. Kasi viral. Just kasi viral.
Yeah, she don't want to give me new paper.
You say in Chinese, say
She
Chinese.
don't want to give.
我在这边啊，你们看啊，这个就是在这个
Yes.
SMK 这边，你们看，不要给我，
Oh my god.
Wait, that's the phone, is it?
Yeah,
Or the paper.
the phone.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
给我
No, but I
这
thought you
个
can just make noise in the thing and people will probably like a tad look.
No, they should be lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So remember, guys, if you're watching, check your paper. I know in life you don't need to have a lot of details.
Correct.
Right? Yeah, sure. But this one,
Check your paper, and once you vote and fold it up right, don't pass it to the invigilator.
Nobody touch.
Cannot.
Nobody touch.
Okay,
Cannot.
no
You-
one touch except you.
You have to see it
put it
fall
in,
into the
correct.
box.
You
And
have
then
to
you
put
just
it
wait for a
yourself.
while. You wait for a while.
Yeah.
You look around. You look around for a while.
Okay, this I don't know. This
Then
is
you go.
crazy.
I just
Okay.
waited for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's good.
didn't
It's
want-
good.
I didn't want
Let's
any
be
hanky panky with the no.
Nobody
No,
is
no.
to touch your slip once it is
In the
So there's two. One is handed to you. One is it's already there on the desk. One.
This one,
Yeah.
yeah. Make sure you're putting in the right box.
Oh God,
what
please.
box are there?
So there should be a box that
Per party,
is yours
yeah.
one, your one, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's per party because you need vote on the party on the slip.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if there was like 2 boxes for 2 different kinds of voters.
Oh yes.
Yes,
There's two parties you're voting for. Like two
No, it's two types,
Types.
you are voting for.
Yeah, okay,
correct.
there we go. See,
One is for your local area.
Yep.
One is for the parliamentary.
the parliamentary,
Yes.
the one who fights in the parliament.
So don't.
Don't cross
don't
the
mix
boxes.
You mix it, is considered invalid already.
So let's go to a scenario. Okay, you try. You
Okay.
vote already,
Vote in.
but you don't know which box. So you ask me.
Hi.
Ah.
Saya ada dua paper.
Ah.
Ini apa box?
Mari saya ambil kau.
I can
You almost give me.
Fuck you,
You cannot.
Catch you, oh.
Catch you. That means don't know,
You almost give me
I just thought of it. You need to have the thought.
Don't
Go try.
Ini ada dua, masih mana?
Kasih saya
tak boleh,
mati.
tak boleh. You kasih tahu saya mana.
Okay.
Kamu pot.
Correct.
Nah,
So usually
bagi
the slips of
saya
paper-
check dulu you
Tak
sudah
boleh,
buat.
tak boleh.
What if he ask, can I see
Cannot. Tak boleh.
No, can.
Can.
Nah, ada apa lagi?
Oh.
I just open and see lah. Actually no, you're not supposed
You're not
to.
supposed to
show. Yeah,
you
you cannot show.
I
You're not
ask
supposed to.
myself.
Catch you, oh.
See, we're all doing the trial and errors. You're not supposed to show anybody.
Walk together, okay?
Okay.
So you put it in.
The
For
two
me,
boxes.
I like to make sure I see inside the paper fall inside.
Okay.
Alright? Then you leave.
It's a transparent box.
It's a transparent box.
You just make sure that people don't.
You really make sure it goes down. Don't get stuck on the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Just mark one time.
But please don't go and
Okay, cannot.
don't do this shit.
Yeah.
Okay. After that's it. You're done. Get
Yeah.
out.
So usually
Yeah.
the key indicator that you're putting the right slip in the right box is you see the word on top. If it says parliament, then put parliament. Adun. That's
Okay.
it.
Basically,
Right? Circle go circle, square go square.
This what I'm about to say next is a joke but take it as your own way. Basically, if you want change for the country, vote for the other one. Okay. Anyway, so basically,
Correct.
All right.
because in any voting circumstance, it is for the government and all the oppositions.
Yep.
So if you want to,
No. At that point of time, there's no government.
Oh,
already.
wait.
At that point of time, it's just parties.
that's true. It's
So
dissolved,
you
it's
must
dissolved.
be
Right,
familiar.
Right, you're right.
You must be familiar with
Who you want to vote.
You have to be familiar with the icons and logos, but there's also the party names for each of it.
Please don't timba. Yes.
Correct. This is
Actually,
very important.
This is homework. So know who you're voting for.
Correct. Know
please.
who you're voting for. So, guys, this one is. I'm going to take a moment now to walk us through how to know where you're voting and if you are registered. Okay. So go to Google or whip out your phone right now
Okay,
and go
Google.
to the search. Right.
Ah.
Google Undi Semak.
Indi
It's called
Semak.
my SPR Semak.
Yes,
My
website.
SPR semak.spr.gov.my.
Or if you cannot remember that, just Google Undi Semak.
We also put the links in the
We'll put the links in
description.
the
But if you want to be sure that
Yeah, correct.
we're not leading you
Once
to
you
the
jump
wrong
in,
place.
put in your IC number and your information shall pop up. It will give you your registered to your IC, your registered house address, and also where your daerah, where your state is, like the place you're supposed, your province.
Yeah.
I'm
of where you're
registered.
supposed to vote.
I'm registered. I
thank
just
you.
did it. And
This is not to register. This is to check. Yeah.
It's just to check if you're legal.
I
So
just-
for those who are 18, recently someone asked me like, oh, am I like I'm 18, I'm 19, but like am I in the voters
check lor.
list? You are actually automatically added as of like I think few weeks ago.
Yes, correct.
So it's the latest update. You should have been registered if you have hit the age of 18, like legally
It's
in the
auto,
country.
yeah.
It's automatically
Before
like, registered.
before that bill was passed,
Yeah.
you needed to go and like register.
manually register yourself.
good
So
times though. Good times though.
you should be, but you can check and see if you are registered.
That was
But-
very fast. The website actually worked very fast.
Yeah.
Good job.
So just double check and then you can make sure. Graham, any questions so far up to this point?
Very good.
Okay, very good. So that's pretty much
Okay,
it.
but what about the venue? How do I know where is
it
the
says-
place to? Is it?
It usually corresponds to the first place of your registering. So the thing is, I don't know where you registered the first time or your house address on your IC. It usually corresponds to that lah.
like how do you know which school? Or
It will literally say which school.
Oh,
yeah.
it'll pop up.
Let me open it again. It literally say which school this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there'll also be, you won't be surprised, there will actually be more information that comes out along the way as we head towards.
Yeah,
the-
because
the
it's
week
now, okay, I'll just do it again. Semak, 1, 2, 3. Yep, everything there. From where my address, this is my old house lah. The daerah mengundi, which is your district that you're supposed to
Okay.
vote, it's actually not as confusing as you think.
Yeah.
It literally says my neighborhoods lah, which I registered last time. The DUN, what's DUN stand for?
The Adun. Basically, you're like local member of
What
parliament.
area
Yep,
you're
that's
part
my
of.
neighborhood too. Parliament.
Parliament is your
Yep,
parliament.
that's what I'm voting for. Damansara. Go
Yep.
Damansara boys.
Negeri.
Huh?
Negeri.
Negeri. Selangor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically that's really all you need. And I think like you said, when the time gets closer, they'll show you the stations
Okay.
for where you can go and vote as well. It's usually schools, guys. Guys, it's usually schools. So if you get some info that is behind the mama store over there,
That one.
I don't know why.
Next week, we're gonna have a podcast with a specialist to help us decipher
Wow.
incorrect and accurate information. So you want to stay tuned for that one.
So let's just get some things out of the way. They will never send you SMS to click on the link to do things.
There's no clicking of links.
Stop.
There is no joker there who will come to you and pay registration fee. Nobody is to ask you for anything.
Number 2, when you go and check your info, most important, your name and your IC must be correct.
Please, Graham, say in Chinese.
如果你去到那里检查你的个人资料，请保证你的名字和你的身份证号码是准确的。
Identification card.
真的
Yes.
真的 Because if not, that's a ghost voter.
That's invalid.
要不然你是鬼。
你是鬼。
And then they know that you ghost vote. They take your real name and then vote for someone else. You never know.
That's how they do it.
Hey, speculation and conspiracy. This is called. Okay,
True,
anyway.
true. It's all true.
Anyway, okay.
Jeremy, next question.
Next question. Actually, that's it.
Yeah.
No, not yet, not
go
yet.
there.
What other question we got?
Lian.
Then,
No question. You can. Ipo very small.
guys, do not make any Instagram story in the voting hall.
That one is you die.
You will get in trouble. It's illegal. You are
Especially-
not supposed to record.
No TikTok. Don't
No TikTok.
don't go and open your phone and put in front.
I feel like
I was
no, not me, but
okay.
I feel like at the
Sure got,
waiting
right?
area,
Sure got.
like cause TikTok wasn't a thing in the last
Yeah,
election.
correct.
I feel like
worries me.
you will more likely see some people doing some
Dancing.
TikToks.
You
or
are
like,
not supposed to record the happenings inside the room. So if you want to take a picture of yourself outside, it cannot be showing inside.
like it's
Straight
gonna be
away,
like
go jail.
here's my vlog of
Wow,
going to
I will
voting.
slap the person who
There
makes.
is-
I will slap the person who makes a TikTok. I voted, so you don't have to. What? Beat you all.
I tell you.
I won't.
Okay.
But there's going to be a who's like, I voted, so you don't have to. What? I will slap
And then-
you and your mother. lah, Sorry.
There's gonna be another one there. Outside, you can dance outside, but you don't
Just do it far
on
away lah,
inside.
please,
You don't on inside. That's it. It's a classroom. We all know what a classroom looks like. The minute you step in, the only thing you should be focusing on is paper is clean, your vote is clean, your paper got no spelling mistakes.
Yeah.
You vote properly.
Put in the wrong correct place.
And it was to a point, right? If they ask you to tick, you tick. You ask you to X, you X. You
Correct.
know. You don't.
You don't go and draw circle or yes
By the
or
way,
I do.
yeah. I think there was a rule. If you draw a circle or you put a tick when they ask you to do an X, your vote immediately they don't count because it's incomplete.
Correct. You're
if
you're
I don't
supposed to
know.
vote with an X.
Okay.
Okay.
X. Marks the
Don't
spot.
put the X in the middle of the square and then so much space. Cannot. You cannot draw your X until outside of the box. Also cannot.
Okay.
Very simple kindergarten skill. Try to fill the box as properly as you can.
We will be producing some merchandise to help you guide
We
your
will help you.
your
We
square.
will help
You just put
practice.
it
Okay.
there and then you can draw outside also can, but we will help you.
You can use your own IC as a ruler. Angle to angle kasi. That's what I did the last time. I'm serious.
I'm
Got
very
people
sure.
go in and then they write ini. I heard one auntie come out. Then she talking to her friend. Then the friend asked how you vote. Nah, I just write ini lor. What's the more? You write ini.
Okay, we should. Hey guys, this is a great time on the podcast to go and remind you of something. If you have elderly friends,
Help them.
elderly
or
family, can you go? Everyone, tonight is a family
Tonight,
moment. Sit
yes.
down together. Remind your elderly family. Amma, what are you doing? Chai, I'm going to write ini.
Slap her.
No, don't-
No.
respect that.
Wake up.
Yeah, you cannot say
So
that.
please don't write X. I'm not gonna lie. The uncle next to me,
Checking.
he had to use IC cause
I do that. See.
the hand like that one, you know.
Yeah, is very scared now.
So here is the conundrum, right, everyone? We are not. This show is not to tell you who to vote. Okay?
I will tell you who I'm voting.
No, that's his personal opinion.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
this is not a political show.
It's not.
political
Not
show.
All
yet.
right. What am I looking forward in this coming election season? This is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
In the past 4 years, we've had more than enough receipts of the current government being the current government.
Yeah.
Whether you like what they're doing or not, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But we've had a clear demonstration of how they run stuff.
Oh.
All right. And also, for the younger ones, if you all didn't know, the current government was never elected into power.
Yes.
So just so you all know, okay, this is not a personal opinion. This
It's
is
facts.
actual facts. It was a backdoor government.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
do you
right?
feel that with this it does bring back the people's like mandate, like, you know.
Okay,
Yes.
so we were talking about like, no.
Does it make a difference?
No. Voting that year made so much of a difference until they felt that they needed to do a backdoor government.
Correct.
That's how much difference
Yes.
That's how much difference everyone made.
Yeah.
That was their last trick.
Yeah.
And everything that they're doing now is to try and keep it that way. Because do you guys see the one that he did this speech? If we don't win this,
Yeah.
oh sorry, not English. Paraphrase. If we don't win this,
We're in trouble.
we're in trouble. Do you see that one?
No, I did
If
not.
we don't win this,
Yeah,
our
you saw that,
party, everyone is going to get
In trouble. Like if that's not an admittance of wrong, I don't know what is.
I didn't know in political party speeches they will talk about like we better win or we'll all go to jail.
Yeah, it's about us or not about the people, not about the country.
Yeah, the political speeches I grew up with is like we should win because we need to take care of the country.
Yeah.
We need to take care of the people. We need to actually make sure that people house don't flood. You know, this kind of thing. We need to make sure that our highway bill finish.
Yes, correct.
Nowadays is if our party don't win,
We lose.
you just wait. Yo, me, all go to jail.
Okay.
It's wild.
I'm paraphrasing, but it is online.
But I think so. I think I want to address a couple of like demographics for our podcast
yeah.
right now. Right. First one is for those who have voted before or who have seen the vote, and then the rise of this backdoor government, and it almost nullifies the effort that we put in the last time, right? And then some of you guys may be thinking, no difference. It doesn't matter. This will happen again. This is my statement to you. These jokers have been in power for all of existence of Malaysia since Malaysia has its independence, right?
Yep.
Of course, they're gonna try their best to kick back when change happens, right? If you are comfortable with the status quo and it changes, you will do everything in your power to resist change, and that's what these guys are doing. And that's why they're gonna try trick after trick after trick to make sure that they still somehow end up being in the ones in control. So that's number one. The second thing I want to talk about is for everyone who, maybe like Lian also, and there's no shame about this. If you're not sure who to vote, maybe you've not been paying attention to the political environment. You're not sure who says what. You didn't know that this guy is from this place, or you don't know actually Sid Sadiq is which one, Hendayo is which one. Who are all these people? I hear the name, I see the face, but I don't know who they are, what they do.
Just listen to, I think HOH, Head Over Heels, is going to have an episode at this time, this week.
No, we'll see. I don't know.
Who
when.
knows at
We'll
this
see.
point?
There will be an episode with Hannah Yo, and it's an insightful one.
Yeah.
Just go and see. It is true lah. Like I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Most of us in this gen and our gen onwards don't care about politics. They don't care about who is doing what in their districts because the perception is useless.
Yeah.
Hopeless lah. But let me just, for everyone who's thought lah, I just want to say this lah. If you are among those who believe that if I don't vote, nothing might happen, all right? If you don't vote, nothing will happen. You will cement the fate of our country into what it is now. If you vote, something could happen. That is literally it. And it will happen lah. You need to understand that we are shaking off so many years of hierarchy. We're shaking off so many years of stupidity. Of course, it's going to be a kickback.
Yeah.
These guys aren't going to go down without a fight.
Yeah.
You think our country, everyone, if there's anything to take away, I always use this as an example. We're a petroleum producing country.
Yeah.
In debt.
That doesn't make sense.
Economically,
Can you break that down what that means
we are
in
stupid.
layman terms?
We are idiot.
It's as if
Alright, I'll bring a bit more current one. Okay? Ringgit is falling. Everyone say, everyone is recession. No. Our ringgit is falling because our country is literally not doing anything.
Yeah.
We are losing against the whole world by not doing anything.
Being a naturally petroleum rich country is like having 1 million ringgit in your lap.
Every year it
But
refresh.
then you are telling people and you are just you owe people money.
Let me put it here.
It
Okay?
doesn't make sense.
Which petroleum producing country
It's poor like Malaysia.
is in debt? Malaysia.
Are you sure?
You know another rich in petroleum country? I don't know if you all heard this one. The Middle Eastern. Saudi Arabia, you all got here before.
Dubai.
You know, got see
Brunei. I mean,
you know how effing well they're doing?
we always see these things online, right? How well countries take care of their citizens. Like some of them, the tax is insane, but education is free.
Yeah.
Medicine is free.
Shout out Switzerland.
The average payroll is like way beyond like what's our payroll? 5,000 ringgit? Like the lowest.
Who is getting paid?
Sorry, like
5,000 ringgit?
3,000, 2,000.
Who?
What's our lowest average? Minimum wage 1.5. That's
I think it's like 2, I think, or 1.8.
And basically right now you can't even buy anything. 1.1.
other countries, just to set the standard for everyone, other countries have probably like what 5K low what minimum wage, right?
Yeah.
They have that. They have a livable minimum wage. If you have like a one working, like single person working family, they have welfare, they have medical and health insurance, they have life insurance, they have all these amenities for free school, free education, and those are not petroleum countries. We are petroleum countries which are poor. That is the state of how our country has been run. And if you ask any of them in this economic state, how should we take care of our economy? That is the real question I really want to hear them debate.
Yeah, correct.
I cannot brain how a country like this has gotten away for so long, and they still look at Singapore and say like, yeah, see, y'all don't know what you're doing. And basically, if you guys have friends in Singapore, sure, it's a high stress country because every country have their own, but economically, they're doing so well.
Yeah.
We have, I don't know, I don't know how it's going to sink into the minds of everyone that petroleum producing country should not be in this state.
Yeah.
That's
I think like even beyond that, the simple truth about it, and this is like just talking as a young person in Malaysia, right, is that I just want a country where the interest of the country is actually priority.
The people are
right. I want to be in a country where the ministers don't tell people, the women at home who are abused, to just speak to their husband in the Doraemon voice. I want to be in a country where the first course of action in a flirt is not to call for a press conference, but to go and rescue people.
Yeah.
I want to be in a country where a criminal who is convicted for taking the country's money is actually put in jail.
And I don't have to be for a seat.
Yeah. I don't have to be a fan of politics. You guys don't have to be a fan of politics. You just need to be a fan of change.
That's a great thing to understand, right? That our whole country is supposedly chasing the guy. It took two Angmo reporters to find him.
Yeah.
And Malaysia still do what? We all know where everyone is. What's our country doing? You know? So
it's not so far-fetched that you need to understand all the nitty-gritty policies of like what each government, which party, who's making what. You don't have to do that. Just look at what you're not happy about.
Then vote the opposite.
Yeah. Look at what you're not happy about. And I think this past year, if you guys want a very good reference, is go and watch my reels. Okay. There's so much content from me just looking at the news headlines and seeing the amount of stupidity there is. And that's all the current government. Yes. And that's the easiest way to look at it.
If you ever wonder why our cars are expensive, why we cannot buy house properly, why, our ringgit just can't go anywhere in this world, it's all the government. It's all how our government runs our country. If you're wondering why go hospital, maybe you're pokai, our government has made it that way. If you want,
not that. Actually, government medical in Malaysia for local citizens is one of the best.
It is one of the best. I have to say, it's one of the best until you have to go line up in the emergency ward.
But you still pay 1 ringgit.
You still pay, but my grandmother's stroke cannot recover already. See, got other story. I mean, there's of course stories. Okay, I'm not gonna say it is the best. It is the best. But let's just put it that way. It can be better. All right? It can be much better.
My question is, like our MRT projects, right? If you guys got time, go and read how much money was awarded to a MRT project.
Just go and
stupid money. It's in the billions.
Just go and
it's in the billions. The project that was awarded to an MRT project. You go and cross-reference to see how Singapore spend their money for MRT project. It's 1/4 of how much it actually costs. Who is taking the money? Where is the money going?
We just had that one, right, where there was the highway lamppost project.
Yeah. How many billion?
I think if I count correctly, one lamppost you install is 150,000 ringgit.
Right? Because it's easy when people like this are in power, they can decide to build a bridge. To build a bridge in a kampong, I will spend 600,000 ringgit. That bridge is made of wooden sticks. 600,000. You can make a school.
I mean, we're also the country that keep on building skyscrapers while half the country is drowning in the banjir. So
there's so many things that doesn't make sense if you look at it. And again, you don't have to be as well versed or politically aware as Syed Saddiq. I don't even consider myself politically like aware and woke, right? But all I want to see is change.
We are problem
because
woke.
I know this doesn't make sense.
I think if there's any, how to say, if there's any motivation to go and vote, is that in Malaysia, we are so comfortable at everything. Our biggest bane is that Malaysians we are so robust and resilient. Got problem, we will adjust to it. Got problem, we work harder. And then we don't really feel it until like we feel our ceiling. Like I work so much already, how come I still cannot achieve that? And sometimes that never happens to people because Malaysians just
Adapt.
I mean,
we just adapt.
we are like resilient. We adapt. But adapt for the right country.
Correct.
Don't adapt for people who are taking and misusing all our tax money, taking everything that could be made to help like our country be better. We look at people overseas and like why they can have good things, why we cannot. No, we look at Korea and like wow, these guys. Or look at Japan, like why can't we have that? We can. We technically should have. I mean, come on, Japan came back from a nuclear bombing. Okay, let's just put it back. Okay, the motivation is that if you don't care about yourself, care about the people who are going to come after you, because it's just going to get worse if we don't make a change. Unfortunately, one day we hope we can have an episode where go and vote. It's a happy episode. Let's make happy things happen, lah. Let's go. So, Jeremy, just make happy things happen. What do you like about our country? Tell me.
I love our culture and the people and the food.
Yeah.
That's great.
But not the government.
I'm waiting for the day, right, when there's something else we can tell people other than the food, lah. I mean, yeah, sure, you can come to Malaysia. It's really cheap now, because our currency is so bad. I mean, that's great too. But guys, for everyone listening, I would also like to mention that Jeremy left in notes here from the last podcast.
Is it?
What is your advice to any budding musicians?
I
I'm
deleted
great.
that.
Why don't you answer that one?
But I would say, I think, guys, if you really want to feel the full abundance of what Malaysia can be, fight for your right, guys. Your right is that you get what you're worth. Your country contributes back to what you contribute to the country. Vote. Go and vote for a change. Your vote counts. It's not about, they will just swing it anyway. No. There is power in numbers, and these people should be serving the country. We should not be okay with people getting away for not paying for what they've done. And that's pretty much the episode.
Let's wrap it up with one word of advice you would say to new voters.
Vote.
As we head to this.
Just vote. Like when you said, you don't have to be politically savvy. Like, I don't think I started being politically savvy. I started being very frustrated with like, how come he can get away with that? How come he can take all the money and go? How come we can vote and they still win? That kind of thing. I think all you need as a motivation to vote is, something is wrong, vote against it. That's it. That's really it, and the change will be monumental. Minyo?
Yeah. I think we're about a month away, maybe a couple of weeks, not another month anymore. And maybe some of you feel like I don't have, I lazy want to catch up with all the nonsense that's happened. But I'll put it this way it's once every 4 years, and this determines your future.
Yep.
So go and read a bit That's all I can say. I mean, I can't force you to learn about the history of like what's happened and what will come. You don't have to. Just do a bit of reading, have some conversations with people, ask them, what do you think about these coming elections? That's all you need to ask, and everything will come up. Talk to your parents, listen to what they have to say. Listen to what Malaysia used to be and what it is today. And you will know who to vote already. That's all. Because as much as you feel distant from it, unfortunately, for everyone who's listening to this one, you're about to enter the stage of your life where it actually matters. The money that you're earning, the tax that you're paying, everything that you're doing as an adult has relation to who is in power and who you gave power to. So does it matter if you know who to vote? The more you think about it, the answer is yes.
Yeah, and all of these young, like if you're 18-year-old and above, you might be still studying, so it's like, I'm just skipping class or I'm just taking a day off to go and vote. But technically, you're going to graduate soon, you're going to find a job, then that's when the big things happen. Yeah. And if you think about it, it's not anytime, it's quite soon already.
Yeah.
Your 1 year will fly by, your 2 years, your 3 years will fly by before you start getting to work. Yeah.
It all trickles down here, guys. For you guys who think it doesn't make a difference, the government and the people in power, all their choices trickle down. Why some of y'all never were able to get scholarships? for no reason,
Yeah.
it trickles down. Why some of y'all will not get the jobs that you want, it trickles down. Why some of y'all will have horrible starting pay, it trickles down from the top. So that might be the knowledge you need to pursue. Like if you feel there's something that's limiting you, not right, it probably trickled down from the top. And that's the change you gotta understand that we all need to make. Voting is more than that. Don't let it be like, and I pray, like maybe just to end it. I hope that your experience to vote does not start with a complete injustice to you to finally realize that power is corrupt. I really hope that you don't have to get to a point where, wow, just because that person is in power or got money, I guess now I know. No, be the person who helps change the structure, who helps change the country, so that everyone can benefit off a better, a better system. Man, the song of the week, I'm just going to say like Jalo Gemilang.
Wow.
So Ryan hit it.
Wow, what a great song. It's not even the same
It's
song.
a different song.
It's not even the same song.
Jalo Gemilang. And also Keranamu, please.
Yeah, actually, Kranamu feels like the correct one.
Okay. In the next few weeks, just, we'll have, like you said, we have a few election-related topics in the pipeline. Please share with us if you have someone you feel that needs to be on the podcast.
Ask us your questions. We're going to
Ask.
try to answer as many questions about the
Yeah.
voting season. It might not even be a podcast. It might just be the takeaway team answering you on stories directly. So please submit in your questions. Ask us and share with us your story. Share with us your concerns.
Please.
We will do as much as we can to give you guys information this coming voting season
Get
as well.
educated, guys. Know what's happening in your area. Know who is fighting for your right in your area, by the way. Not who is giving out free money for no reason. So,
sorry, I just realized that prompts a very good question before
really?
we wrap.
Oh.
Like, we all think that you only see the big names on the top,
Mm.
but when you vote, right, you're not voting for the names at the top just to hit up.
yeah, it's a different
It's
one.
a different one, yeah. So if you're thinking that because in like US, it's you're voting for Obama or another person, but in Malaysia, it's not that way. You are voting for your district
It's
and
a party in the district.
Yeah, the party makes up that.
So please know lah, huh? Please
Yep.
know. Follow TikTok is at the takeaway table. Discord.gg/the takeaway table for Discord. We're on Spotify and Apple. Stay safe, stay woke. Please, you say you're woke. Go and do something about the country.
Damn.
Peace.